Alright, welcome to session 37 of Out of the Abyss. Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition game. Last time we got out of, not the Abyss, but out of the Underdark.
Huzzah!
Freedom for at last.
He will be spending the first few nights under the moon, really, just completely, I don't know, worshiping that moon, because it's probably the first time she's seen it since he was a little child. So
Yeah, pilgrimage up to the surface.
Yes, exactly. It's like
The holy site, travel to the distant, remote holy site of the surface.
Mm-hmm. I imagine like every single drawing of the moon for her was wrong. Like you guys were like, "What are you drawing?"
I mean, it's a circle.
Yeah, I imagine Dawnbringer is
Probably
very
always turned out
excited
more
to see
oval.
the sun. You know,
Always
Is
more
there
oval
more-
than it was circle-ish. It's fine.
Is there more moons than one in this universe?
Ooh.
I think it's just the.
So just one moon?
Let's see here. No, Faerun has many moons apparently.
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay.
Alright, cool. Is this the planet with the moon of magic? The magic moon? Sorry, I'm not sure.
I know nothing about the moons of Faerun.
Okay, cool. Are we traveling somewhere, or are we just like happy that we're outside?
I mean, we should probably let some people know there's, an army of demon lords down in the Underdark. I was gonna head home, I come from up here.
Yeah, me too.
Apparently, there is Selune, one moon, and then many small luminaries that follow her called the Tears of Selune.
Okay, nice. Cool.
But I guess there is just one moon.
Alright, cool.
One moon and a few asteroids.
As about to where to go. Nobody on the surface knows what is going on at the moment.
Alright, well, I mean, I also just found, various relics of the Dwarven royal family. I feel like those should be returned, and also the Dwarven royal family should be made aware of what's going on, so, I'm gonna be heading that direction.
Which dwarven royal family, and where would they be?
I mean,
Those missions.
these are from the Battlehammer line, I believe.
Oh, we're gonna go meet Battlehammers. Alright, cool. I'm in. You had me at Battlehammer. I'm committed.
As for where they are, I don't know where we are, so,
Alright, that sounds...
The first step is probably head west.
go that way.
I mean, someplace. The coastline is the safest bet, depending on. I'm assuming the Sword Coast is where we would.
Head that way. Keep an eye out for any settlements that can give us maps, or landmarks, I guess, would also be helpful.
Get a general Sword Coast map here. Let's see. Is it not loading on? Alright, when you get to surface,
Oh shit!
you are
Pretty big map.
You see some hills to the west and forest to the north in the distance.
Well, that narrows it down. Alright. Well, unless we see any signs of, habitation or something like that, then probably we just
How
want
cold is it? I don't know if that helps, but just... Is it, really cold?
No.
Okay. I was just...
Let's see. It is the equivalent of the start of summer, or pre-summer.
So, I'm guessing we're going west?
Sure. Go to direction as
I
any.
mean, everyone knows that the Sword Coast is to the west, right? So, that's where most of the habitation.
I mean, assuming that we're in that section of the world, there's also, the east coast of this continent. I don't know how big the Underdark is.
I mean,
but I think Menza Bronzine is supposed to be vaguely near the Sword Coast, right?
I mean, where did you guys get taken?
Great question. I'm going to assume from somewhere near the Sword Coast.
Somewhere around the Sword Coast?
Sure, yeah. Head west, look for signs of habitation, and unless you know, like, astral navigation. By which I mean navigation by the stars, not navigating the astral plane.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was about to be helpful.
You were like, yeah, this is my time to shine. Nope.
Oh.
I mean, or you know a way to get directions in the astral plane, but that seems like a whole other issue.
Be right back. I just heard a small crashing sound from downstairs.
Uh-oh. Now the scale is mostly complete. Somebody from the surface, give me a survival roll. Or navigation.
wow.
That sounds like me.
You see, it would sound like you, but you're not from this.
I've returned.
Wait, is it literally just me and
literally
Gunther
don't know
who are
anything
from the
here.
surface? Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'm useless here. My whole character's shake. Can I take a feat to, like... I don't know.
You probably just need to spend some
Apple
time up
knowledge.
here, and then you get used to it.
Okay.
But for now, I think it's either Gunther or I. They're the only people from the surface in the party.
Can
What's your
assist each
survival?
other?
I'll assist you.
Did you have a bonus to survival? Because I'm at a +0 here.
Sorry, I do apologize. I disappeared, but the reason was because my computer turned off suddenly. I don't know why. I had to restart it, and then it wouldn't start, and then so now I'm back. But I'm hoping everything will be fine.
Yeah, do you have a bonus to survival at all?
I don't think so. Off the top of my head, I don't think so.
All right.
+4.
I'll just go ahead and roll
Survival
with
+2. +2.
never mind. You're in charge. Go ahead and roll survival with advantage. Try to figure out where on Earth we are.
Wait. I'm not trained in survival, but I have a better survival than both of you. That's really
But
cool.
you're not from the surface.
Technically, I was, but only as a child.
Yeah, that is unacceptable, I think.
Probably not.
All right. What did I get? Oh, awful. 12.
Well.
Oh, hold on.
Well.
Hold on. I know where
they
north
were
is.
never seen again.
No, I have an item, a magic item. What is it, my magic item? Orb of Direction. It allows me to know. While holding this orb, you can make a magic action to determine which way is magnetic north. Nothing happens if the orb is used in a location that has no magnetic north. Does it help us in any way?
Well, I guess we
so,
can't get that lost. We can't start accidentally going east.
It
But-
does not help you determine where you're at, but once you determine where you're at, it does help prevent you from wandering too far askew of your desired direction.
Cool.
And
in that case-
after probably a day or two of camping and general scouting, you tend to think that you are south of the Lurkwood.
That name does not sound good.
So you're
Okay.
Okay.
So we're
And-
south of it, you say? What is
to
our...
get to the Dwarven Kingdom, you want to go to Gunther.
Oh, okay.
Ah, we're not that far off then.
Oh, that's from Baldur's Gate.
Sweet. Baldur's Gate, the original or whatever the latest one is? I haven't seen the
It
latest
might
one.
be in the original, but I remember going there at the whatever the third one. I've never
Okay, cool. That's very cool. I haven't played the third one. Is it good?
It's really
Yeah, it's
good.
pretty
I mean, dude, I don't play a lot of D&D, so like, I was all like, oh, this is cool.
I remember playing the first one, and I thought that was the greatest game ever.
Dude,
but
Baldur's
looking
Gate 3 is
back at it
awesome.
now,
I loved it.
yeah.
They like buff the heck out of Monk. You can get a yoked out Monk. It's pretty fun.
Nice. So I guess I'm gonna say, let us. Do we have a map? Is this the map that we know?
You do not have a map.
Okay, so this is just a.
This is just
For
a
us.
general reference.
Okay.
This is
You
like your
know-
mental map.
Yeah, roughly which direction you need to go. You know roughly where you need to head, where you are.
So we need to head west. If we were going to get to Gunther, we need to head west. I'm going to tell the others we should start heading west as we go, and just following the edge of the Lurkwood.
Yep. Follow the edge of the Lurkwood until we hit the road, I guess.
At the road, yeah. That's my suggestion. How does everybody feel about that?
That works for me.
All right, west it is.
Yeah.
So now I need survival rolls from everybody. This will be a group check.
Oh yeah. It's always better in a group. What's that saying?
Oh, heck yeah.
19.
Good at survival.
Oh man. Everyone who wasn't from the surface had better survival.
I suck. I suck. Whatever. It's so easy to live on the surface that I'm not even worried about it. Damn.
I got this. It's all coming back to me.
So you need 2 rolls for sand.
Ooh. Oh, that kind of sucks.
Xandor
what
was
is
too
command?
helpful the first time around and decided to sabotage your efforts.
Fear.
While I don't disagree that sounds like something I would do.
He's not doing it intentionally.
Why did it roll twice?
Why did it roll?
Oh no.
I don't know.
You
Do we
guys
have water and
are.
food on us already?
Go ahead.
Sorry, do we have water and food on us already?
We have a cleric.
Okay. But did we have food and water on us before we came up?
I think actually we do just have in the inventory
rations
list.
are-
I still do just have 28 days worth of rations that we purchased from before Anfera joined the party. We started just conjuring all our food.
Sweet. Alright, cool. Sorry.
The
Go ahead.
fun of creating.
It takes you, and you can decide here if you want to go off rations, It's going to take you 9 days to get there. If you're going to use spells to feed yourself, it's going to take you 14 days to get there. Because the days filled there are fighting rather minor demons, but constantly.
Oh, damn.
Swarms of quasits are roaming around every once in a while, finding you and ambushing you, or dretches, which are the kind of the peons of the demon world. But you get enough of them, and they are a problem.
All right, sweet. I say we just...
They're more like annoyances that slow us down, sort of thing.
Yeah.
All right, I say we just go on rations.
Yeah, I mean, we've got them.
Yeah, and it's not like once we get to a town, we won't be able to get more kind of thing. We just,
Yeah. Let's do it. So I'm going to take...
Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to take a reading from my orb thing, orb of direction. I'll take it like 4 times a day, just to make sure that we're kind of heading in the right direction, which is west, following the Lurkwoods edge.
I would kind of assume you're doing it more frequently than that too, but
Sweet.
Yeah, whatever.
camping is for the most part okay. Every once in a while you have to extend your camp because you're interrupted at night. But for the next 9 days, you make progress westward.
Cool. Every time we camp, I'm going to cast Mordekainen's makeshift what? No. Mordekainen's whatever it's called. Private Sanctum? If that's cool. But yeah, so I'll do that every night.
All right. On the 8th night, probably during your camp, so let's see here. Barrier is dark and foggy.
Oh man, that takes 10 minutes. Damn.
So that particular morning then, when everybody is ready and you drop the spell, there are probably about 24 dwarves in a defensive position around the edge of your spell.
I'm going to call out to Obzam. Obzam! Guests!
Guests! Well, ability to offer hospitality may be a bit limited, but it's good to see you, fellows.
Aye. Now that we know it's not as ragtag as you are, not an invading force.
Yes. I appreciate the defensive. I appreciate the defensive formation. Good preparation there. If we were a party of Drow raiders, I'm sure we'd be in real trouble about now. But seeing as we aren't, you out of Gauntlegrim?
Aye.
Well, don't suppose you got time to show us the way there? We've recently escaped from the Underdark and have some rather unfortunate news that people ought to know, and a few things to return down there.
Yes. Very well. Come with us.
Although it seems like you may already know some of the news, given the closets and little packs of demons mucking around up here on the surface. That's been happening for a while now.
It has been slowly increasing, yes. Nuisances, but even a nuisance can become a concern.
Yes, of course.
They arrange themselves in a defensive position, a few on either side, a few taking up the rear. And they start to escort you further in.
Mm-hmm. And don't ask any questions about the Drow and the Githyanki with us. Yeah.
Not at the moment, no.
That's fine.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's good to see fellow dwarves.
They do,
Although,
several of them do give you the side eye occasionally, though, as you are walking.
I will assume that they are checking out my magnificent armor that I have on, and we'll start small talk with any of them about that who look too long.
Can I not cast, but can I, like, I guess I'm trying to persuade them. I'm talking to them and just kind of finding out, trying to pump them for information, if that's okay. So, like, I guess an investigation check type thing. I want to just try to find why they're out here, because I'm assuming they're like, as they travel, but in that particular direction anyway. Is that possible?
Give me a investigation at disadvantage.
Ugh, 7.
Much of what you learn is from what they don't say in response to any questioning at the moment.
Okay. All right, cool.
They are very not interested in small talk at the moment. They do point out that not too much longer till we're there, then they'll properly get you an audience with somebody that will check your story, that type of thing.
Yep, that's cool.
But they are not interested in sharing too much in case you don't know anything. They don't want to give you more information.
Okay, fair. All right, I guess I just talk amongst my companions. I'm gonna ask Zahndohr and Jezelle what they think about being up on the Overburn, the surface world.
Doesn't smell as bad.
This place.
Okay. Jezelle,
It's all
what do you
bright
think?
and sunny.
I'll be right back while you talk amongst yourselves.
Good. Is this everything that you imagined, Jezelle?
It's all bright and sunny. I don't like it here.
Did you guys have any specific things that you guys wanted to do on the surface? I know Zahndohr wants to get back to the astral plane, so we need to figure out a way to do that. Although I may be putting words in his mouth. But what about you, Jezelle?
I'll
Only
probably
putting
find
words in
a
there many
mountain or cave and start a cult or something.
Okay, cool. We can help you with that, I'm
Reasonable
sure.
pursuit. You ever tried forests? I hear elves like forests. It does help with the sunny. Yeah. Caves are better though, you are right about
What kind of cult are you part of, Jezelle? I don't really...
Oh, just, one that prioritizes the non-elf races. Or prioritizes the other way around. Prioritizes the elf races. With possibly some biases for others.
Alright, okay.
Just
Fair enough.
elf supremacists.
We'll start small in general and then get more specific and demanding as we grow.
Is it really supremacy if they're just naturally better? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, it's how it goes.
It's just
It's
nature.
just evolution. Yeah, exactly. It's not their fault. It's actually just it's actually a mercy. It's just my right.
does
I
it-
mean, obviously we respect all races. It's just
Of course, of
some are
course.
better.
So just respect some races more.
All races are equal. Some are more equal than others.
Does Zahndohr have any idea how he can get back to the astral plane? And bring me along with him? Of course.
A sufficiently potent spellcaster that has access to an expensive laboratory with some reagents and such.
Mm-hmm.
You do a little plane shifting.
We could probably find that at Waterdeep. Waterdeep is a large town to the south of here. We could go there, perhaps see if we can find a wizard that would be willing to do that. What do you think about that?
It's as good as lead as any.
Is there any other ways to get it to the astral plane? We don't have to kill ourselves, do we?
No.
No, that's how you get to the after.
Oh,
Entirely
well,
different area of the multiverse.
I wasn't sure. Okay.
Let's see.
And then once we're there, Zahndohr, what are we going to do in the astral plane? Will your
Well,
people be...
Depends upon where we come in. We can go to any of the cities that are out there.
Would your people want to know about the tentacled creatures that were down in the Underdark?
They would if they don't already know about it. I can't
So
imagine that word has not gotten around. Considering that those that frequent the astral are often people that do a lot of planar hopping.
So you think it's something that you will not have to tell any of your lords about? Do you have a lord?
Oh, our hierarchy is very complicated. It's not worth getting into right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And I guess you also need to go tell him about the mind flayer we killed and that show off your shiny sword, I imagine, right?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Now, not too familiar with the Githyanki. Are they going to congratulate you on having that sword or execute you for having it? Any idea which one of the ones it's going to end up on?
Sadly, no. It might depend upon how it is presented and, if he's gonna motion off to the side and the shadow Gith will appear. Depend upon whether or not he was well respected wherever he was from, but it's hard to get anything meaningful out of him.
Interesting.
We're just doing this while the dwarves are escorting us. Just Shadow Geth appears. I imagine they're very happy about that.
Oh, they'll be fine. Vale.
Just so you know, before we ran into the dwarves, she was practicing her dwarven forms and was asking, "I need a new dwarven name for her. She needs a dwarven name. She's gonna be a dwarf. She's gotta be a dwarf."
Female or male?
Whichever.
Gronk.
Might as well go female. There's too many males in
Gronk.
this party.
Gronk.
Gronk.
Gronk's a good name.
Female name?
Yeah. Why?
What's
the matter?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Gronk is fine.
Gunther's kind of looking at you. My mother's name is Gronk. What are you saying?
What is it? No, it's great. You named me after your mother. That's very.
Yeah, you're always in my ear. You're always trying to make me do things I don't want to do. I mean, you're pretty much my mother at this point. No, I love my mother. Don't get me wrong. I love her, but she's a lot. You know what I mean? Just like you. You're a lot sometimes. And then he's gonna...
I understand that dwarves like subterranean, but you're really digging yourself a hole here.
Gunther just looks away as if he hasn't just caused an argument. No, but he's gonna look back at Vale and go, "Yeah, Gronk. Gronk's a good name."
All right, Gronk it is. I'll stick with Gronk.
All right.
Did you have a question?
Yes. What are your plans now, Gronk?
Sure. Now that I'm here, my goal is still the same. My goddesses told me to continue and complete this. I assume this means to defeat the demon lords at some point, or at least get an army that can do so.
Your goddess doesn't ask for much, does she?
No, not at all.
Gosh.
Maybe I should set up a church or something. That could be interesting.
You and Jezelle could set up a cult together.
Yeah. Oh my cult.
I'm interested in seeing that cult headquarters.
This is an intriguing prospect.
I like it.
I normally don't work with the lesser races, but I might be able to make an exception.
I definitely like. I you know what? I definitely feel like you're proselytizing. Is that the word? When you go out and you speak to other races, is going to be fantastic. You're going to win over a lot of converts, I think.
So, if she can turn into a drow, does that make her your equal while she's a drow, or is it just faking? How does this work?
Oh, she's an imposter. We tolerate her only while she's a drow. It's sort of
okay. Imitation
like
is the sincerest form of flattery?
No. It's like credit card theft or identity theft.
It's like credit card theft. Of course the drow invented credit cards. Makes perfect sense.
I like it.
Whatever their form of credit is.
I invented many creative ways to put people eternally in their debt.
Gunther's going to turn to Obzam and say, Obzam, what are we doing? We're going to take the word of these demon lords, but then do we just step back, or are we going to be continuing to help? Because, as much as I hated everybody down in the Underdark, I don't want them all to die. There are some good people down there.
Well, I think it's going to depend a bit on what I think, I'd like to get the king's input on the matter before we go making decisions about that. He seems like a reasonable fellow to ask. And besides that, my clan is up here. I haven't seen them in a while, and I think I can make a much more convincing case for leadership than I could before.
I guess we could go see my mother as well, although I don't know where she is at the moment. She was a traveling merchant, so she could have moved around. But generally, my family is back at a Citadel Felbar. I think that's where I said they're from. Otherwise, I've just made that up. Yes, my mother. No, I didn't. My mother should be back at Citadel Felbar, which is somewhere in that direction. He says, pointing to the east.
What about you? Did you have any plans up here on the surface now that we're back? Visiting your mother, possibly heading back down, but still thinking about it, or have you come to a decision?
Well, I think that I wanted to tag along with Zahndohr, discover and explore this astral plane. It sounds like a great place. Beyond that, no, I didn't have any major plans. Maybe doing some mercenary work. But I have been enjoying, if I'm to be honest, I have been enjoying traveling with you folks. So perhaps we could do something together. Maybe I could be a guard in your cult, Vale and Jezelle.
Church.
We're always
calling it a cult sounds.
Do I have to get a cool tattoo? Because I'm willing to do that.
Oh, it might be able to increase your status a little bit.
All right, cool. Then put me down as a potential for your cult, as one of the lesser folk.
Yeah, we can put you as a founding member of the Lessers.
I like it. What is the cult called?
We're still working on the name. For now, just something Drow related.
The Risen.
Just
call
You know,
it
referencing how you came out of the depths to start this thing.
The Risen. That's
Yeah, it sounds a bit
Drow.
undead.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good compromise, I think.
The Risen.
Yeah, the Risen Drow.
I like it.
Except
And see, that also gives you an
all
excellent excuse to zombify all your enemies down in Menzo Baranza.
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
Exactly. We can always use extra labor.
I like it.
As we're just giving the most normal impression to all these tight-mouthed dwarves surrounding us. Also, one thing I did want to do is, I noticed my cloak reacting to me casting a spell during that last battle, so I did want to experiment a bit more with that, try casting a few other spells, and see if I can trigger that reaction more reliably.
What was that for?
Other spells you cast normally.
Huh. Nothing that, triggers that weird reaction?
Nope.
The not spending a spell slot?
Nope. Only Misty Step.
Okay.
You can work out that when you cast Misty Step through the cloak, you roll a d6. If you get a 6, you can cast it again. Otherwise, you can't cast it again until the next morning.
Okay.
As we travel, I'm going to just, quietly talking to the rest of the party, I'm going to say, look, I was part of a mercenary company before, and I've enjoyed traveling with you guys. Perhaps we could set up something a bit more permanent. Perhaps register ourselves as an adventuring company. What do you say?
Is that something they do up here?
Yes. It allows you in certain places to explore and claim treasures that you have found, without having to hand it over to the local lord if he demands it. Gives you a certain protection by the law from unrightful seizures and so on. Also allows us to make a cool insignia, because we've still got that company insignia, right?
The insignia of the guards of.
No, remember we were down in the. What was the name of that place? It was the Druga town, and we made a company insignia stuff. Do you guys remember that? Or was it only me?
Making a company insignia? No, I don't think so. I remember the guards there gave us one. It was like a badge to get us past the checkpoints. I don't remember.
There was another one. I'm pretty sure I invested in it, creating it. I don't remember it off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like something you would do. I don't remember you doing it, but it sounds like something you would do.
I'm pretty sure we did it was a crescent moon, I think, as the insignia.
That was your overall group party.
Yes. Yeah. What was that?
That was just an icon for your group name.
Which was what? I can't remember that either. I'm so sorry. Does anyone remember what our group name was?
No idea what you're talking about.
I'm checking my notes, but I'm not sure.
I think that was before my time. I don't remember.
No, you were there.
No, you were there.
You were before me. So yeah, you were there.
I have no idea.
I got excited about it, and then we just forgot about it.
Absolutely no idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like something we would do. Yeah, that sounds like something we would do. Talk about it. I'm just completely
blank on it. I'm pretty sure I paid for a flag to be made. I don't know if I ever went back in to get it. I think I forgot about it as well. So
Oh
there's no
man,
blame
we
here.
did make a flag. I do remember this flag.
Yeah, I just don't remember what it was. Because then that could save us a lot of time registering ourselves as an adventuring company up here somewhere.
Eventually, you guys do reach a guarded large gate in the side of rock. There's a moment of call out and challenge from the guards inside, presumably watchtowers of some sort, and the guards escorting you.
Can I just see if I can remember what they say? Just in case. So I'm just trying to get the call on. Yes, please.
Roll
What would
me
that be?
at the moment a
Perception?
yes.
Cool. 16.
Make note of that result for remembering what they say.
Alright. 16. Okay, cool.
The gates open up. They escort you in, and almost immediately they kind of veer off towards a side, which seems to be kind of like an audience chamber, a rather large audience chamber with several archways and passages leading out of it. At which point they separate you and question you individually.
Ooh, okay.
Is there anything in particular you wish to tell them or hide from them? Besides just a general account of your deeds or what's been going on.
Right. So the idea is they're just asking us, what happened down there and things like that.
Yes, they're separating you out first so they can try to get and then they'll compare what others are saying, type of thing.
I don't think we. Yeah, I don't think there was any reason to hide anything.
How far do they take us, and how long do they take us to have this conversation?
Yeah. I will also say that, while we're being separated, Obzam is going to be a bit... He's going to be a bit belligerent about, making sure that, okay, where are you taking those two, specifically, about Zahndohr and Jezelle, and when do we get to see him again? I'm not having...
Oh,
those two are with me. They're not getting disappeared. That's not happening.
They will be safe. You will meet them again. We're not going to imprison anybody.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
So the reason I ask is because my telepathic speech lasts for 8 minutes. So if they're taking us one by one, I could be like, connect to your brain to find out the questions.
Study for the test in advance.
But
I don't think...
Yeah?
I don't think there's anything particular that Obzam is going to try to hold back. I think his retelling is going to be a bit frustrating for them, as whenever the story arrives at some kind of magical anomaly, he's just going to start going into technical mumbo jumbo for about 10 minutes until someone stops him. But he's going to be probably too open with information. Holding anything particular.
I'm assuming none of you are going to expose me for what I am. I hope.
I mean,
No, I'm just.
I will be honest. Obzam has only ever called you Anfera. Like, the whole shifting identities things just hasn't really registered to him. So that's just what he calls you. That's just what he calls you, and like he's not going to make any kind of big deal about you being a shape changer or anything like that. He's just going to say, "Oh yeah," and then we met Anfera, who helped us with X, Y, and Z.
So you guys are basically, it's like a 2 to 3 minute walk into your chamber. You don't expect that you went very far to get into this. It is a stone room.
I do think one thing I'm probably going to avoid mentioning is like my various episodes of Madness.
You didn't have episodes of Madness. You were fine.
You should just say you were normal, completely normal at all times.
Fine madness. I mean, come on.
Rotting squid and babbling incoherently for 10 minutes. What's the big?
Yeah. Don't worry about that. Everyone's done that.
Each of you are led to a respective chamber to where there are probably 4 guards, a person of some sort that casts a spell. In some places it might be a paladin, for some of you it might be somebody that looks more like a bard, but generally each person there casts a Zone of Truth spell.
Oh damn, that's what I need to change my spells. Sorry, go ahead.
And the basic questioning is just, verifying where were you, how did you meet with the others, how long, that type of thing. They're not going into super specific identity questioning or anything like that. General stuff about what's been going on, why were you, or how did you get captured by the Drow? If you were captured by the Drow, how did you meet up with the others? How long have you been traveling with each other? That type of thing. Everybody, if you wish, or let's see, they will know. Everybody can make a charisma saving throw. They know if you fail.
Oh, what did I roll with advantage? Ignore the advantage. So 18.
This is to basically be able to see if I can lie or not. Is that what?
Yeah,
Plus
if you fail the saving throw, you cannot speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. They know whether you succeed or fail.
Can I just choose to fail?
Yeah, can I choose to fail?
Yeah, you can choose to fail.
Yeah,
Sure.
I failed you automatically.
Obzam will still just be referring to Vale as Anfera, and just like that's the only name he'll use, but that's not lying to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna just call her Gronk. Because she's now Gronk in my head.
We're gonna confuse the absolute shit out of them.
Yeah. Yeah, as far as it occurs to me, Gronk is Gronk. She's like my mother. She is my mother for all intents and purposes.
And then one of the guards, while this is going on, is actually taking notes, what the questions asked are, what the answers are. And it goes for about 10 minutes, which most of you that are familiar with the spell recognize as the duration of the spell. And then the note takers each respectively leave. And then a few moments later, they come back and you guys are escorted back to a central room together.
I'm gonna hug everybody. It's good to see you guys. Good to see you. Well, I'm gonna offer a hug to everybody. But Obzam gets a hug regardless, so I'm just gonna grab him, hug him.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna offer hugs to everybody else. Hug? How'd it go?
Some of them do look questioningly at Anfera. but nobody seems to pry as to the inconsistencies of the answers regarding Anfera.
There was a demon lord on the loose. There was a lot of weirdness happening, and people get confused very easily.
They do.
Yeah,
Especially
and she's just a succubus who's polymorphed herself to hide among our party and enter the court of the dwarves. So no reason to be concerned.
That doesn't sound like it's going to be helpful.
Don't say that aloud, Obzam.
I actually can't. I'm forced to tell the truth.
No,
But
only
what if
for
it
that
is true?
10 minutes.
The
Only for-
Oh yeah. Done telling the truth now. All lies from here.
we're going to arrange quarters for you. While that is happening, please avail yourselves of refreshments, and he motions off to a side chamber.
Oh, delicious.
Oh yes. Also, this, and I'm going to go ahead and pull out the amulet of the Dwarven royal family, the amulet of proof against detection we have. I believe this should be returned to its proper owner.
What was the dead guy's name? The dead dwarf? Do you guys remember? I don't. But I have his axe.
Saladriel Mithromaster?
Ooh. Well, I have his axe, or one of their axes. So I would like to return that to his family if possible.
Keep those for
I don't
now.
know
We will get information on them soon.
Good.
Very well.
And while you are present in Gauntlgrim, we would ask you to refrain from any hostilities, keep weapons sheathed.
Excellent.
Well,
Excellent.
I'd prefer to remain sort of well lit then. My sword doesn't like the dark.
He's not lying. He's not lying.
We do not mind that you go armed. We just ask that you keep them put away.
Yes, and I'm going to need to stay in the well lit areas then. I'm not sure I can say no if she wants to be drawn, so it's yes. Don't worry, I'll take care. grab a torch and carry it with me.
Throughout the area, there are drift globes just hanging in
yes.
hallways periodically. There are other places where there may not be drift globes, but there are luminescent fungi, lichens, stuff like that. It is generally well lit in here.
Yeah, Obzam is just going to be taking care to avoid the areas where Dawnbringer might get nervous and compel him to draw her.
Where can I get one of those drift globes? Can I buy one? I mean, I don't have any more gold, so I have to draw it from the party funds, but I like the idea of a drift globe.
Oh yes, we
Awesome.
should also probably at this point just split up the party fund to some extent so people can have their own money.
But walking around cash.
Yeah. Or for now, let's
Give
see.
somebody, give us all an allowance.
Probably that's kind of what we're doing.
I think because we still we'll need funds going forward, right? Because we haven't really got a solid plan, do we?
Not really, and I'm not sure what's going to happen at this point. So everyone, just go ahead and take 500 gold or 50 platinum pieces, however you want that split up.
Cool.
Yes, the guards where we could get change made.
I'm going to take 50 platinum pieces, if that's all right. I'm going to be a big spender, yo. I'm going to be just flashing it. Hey, have you ever seen this much gold before? I'm just going to walk around.
I mean,
I just look over to Obzam, a fool on his money.
Goddamn right. Yeah, goddamn.
The party fund is actually reasonably low at this point due to the number of magic items we purchased last time we were in the Dwargar city.
I'm pretty good for magic items, I think. Does everyone else have enough?
I mean, yeah, everyone is attuned to 3 things and is carrying a couple potions around and probably also some scrolls. So yeah, we're doing all right.
Yeah, we're.
If we want to earn some money, maybe we can look around for a job that's around here. How does that sound?
You have 50 plat in your pocket.
Yeah, but
We probably want to wait until the dwarves finish their investigation of us. 'Cause,
Sure. True.
right now may not be the best time to go around trying to poke our nose into place.
I am jumping the land shark. You are correct. Yes.
A boulet?
Yes, that is correct. So
Why don't we just
Yeah.
get a room, get some sleep, and wait for them to call us, and then
Yep.
we'll
I'm going to try to find some companionship. Because I've enjoyed you guys' company, but I just would like some company of my own, and then I'll come back after I've had some fun, if that's all right. How much would that cost me?
Right now, they have led you basically to a dining room with food.
Oh, okay. All right, that's cool. I
Yep.
was thinking about something else.
You're still
another-
not in a city at the moment.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about another type of appetite, but that's fine. It's all good. That's all right. I'll wait.
The food is warm. It is well made. It is dwarf. So if people don't like dwarven food, it may not be to their likings. But there's a few options that are possibly palatable to non-dwarven appetites too.
Do they have roast rabbit here?
They have roast meat of some sorts.
Oh, delicious.
And then
Okay,
after about an hour, a couple guards return, and please follow us. We have arranged lodgings for you.
Sure.
And
Fair enough.
they lead you down more halls. As they're going through halls, you notice that the lighting seems to be dimmer. It's not as bright as it was when you entered in here.
I guess it's just nighttime. They dim all the lights, or
Yes. And they lead you into basically a side hall where there are mine carts that kind of roll up to a spot, stop for a moment, and then continue to roll off. And a guard steps into one and please join us, and basically only 3 to 4 people per cart, so it spaces out a few carts. And these mine carts seem to be operating on their own, and they start rolling down tracks through these stone halls.
Yay! I got throwing my arms up as we're traveling.
And it's about another half hour of travel down these mine carts, so you're probably going miles before it. And it makes periodic stops, but the guard, motions, no, not this one. Eventually they disembark and lead you through almost like a dormitory or a barracks. It is a hall with several doors. And they lead you to one that opens up, and it seems to be kind of like a shared space. There is a large central room with several chambers off to the sides for different bedrooms.
Cool.
all right. Obzam will head into his room and sleep in a moderately well illuminated state as he has grown accustomed to.
Someone will be stationed outside if you need to get around. There are other basically amenities around, but it's easier to escort you than to try to tell you where everything happens to be at.
Like a guide.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep. I'm assuming the opportunity for a bath or something like that is here.
Oh yeah.
Yep, bath, and then some armor polish. Get everything nice and back into proper shape.
I'm going to ask the guard if there is a mead hall or some kind of entertainment thing. I want to have a drink and talk to people outside of our little group, if that's cool.
Yeah, they can take you to some place that is like that, almost like a pseudo tavern. And one of the obvious things you notice is that They're not all dwarves here.
That is very interesting. What are they?
Miscellaneous smattering of different peoples.
Okay. So I'm going to use a few coins. And first of all, I'm going to call out, round of drinks on me. So how much would that cost me?
There is a slight bit of amusement there, and the proprietor quickly informs you that while you are in here, it is covered.
Oh.
You are guests. Everybody here is are guests.
Oh, that's very nice. In that case, I'm gonna fling him a gold piece and say thanks for you. Thank you very much. And then I'm going to sit down and call for some tankards of ale.
And they will bring them. Give me I guess a general charisma check.
Sweet.
Don't think this would be anything specific.
No,
so
7.
Trash.
He's struggling. He's tired.
Yeah, you got to learn that enhance ability charisma spell.
Oh yeah. But I thought I could buy my way into their favor, but I can't. So, whatever.
Yeah, that's general course of conversation while you're down here. You do learn that the others here are also guests that have come to relay information of problems that they've been having from around the surface. So they are all guests here because of the demonic troubles that have been happening. But you also learn that from most of them, it is more of a general nuisance problems. None of them know anything about demon lords or anything. None of them say anything about that. Just, there's more dretches, there's more quasits than normal. Maybe some cultists are around, running rampant, summoning troubles, that type of thing.
Yep.
Very generic, general, minor demonic problems.
And what is the location of most of these people? Are they kind of within about 100 miles of Gondelgrim? Or they're a bit further out?
Let's see, you guys traveled about 200 miles.
Yep.
So some of them are within that. A few of them are further out. The farthest you seem to have indication of would be there's a couple from the Silver Marches. There might be a few from Waterdeep.
Okay. So they're just relaying this. And who are they speaking to? Has anyone spoken to any of the people here at Gondelgrim? Not yet, I'm assuming.
Not yet.
Okay.
Some of them have been here just a few days. Some of them have been here maybe a week or two. Some of the ones that have been here longer have spoken to, I guess, an envoy of some sort. Right? They've had meetings. They've been talking to people. They've had their notes taken. So they've had their concerns met for the most part, or at least listened to.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Does any of them look like they have any sort of power, or are they just kind of messengers? So are any of them like representatives of their town or whatever?
None that you seem to take note of.
Okay. And are there any adventurers amongst this group?
Not really.
Okay, so they're just relatively normal people coming to gripe.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh, that's all good. I'm going to talk to the bartender, and I'm just going to try and quietly pump him for information. Just like, what's the state of Gordlegrim? Who's the leader here? That kind of stuff. Just trying to get a little bit of the lay of the land, because I don't think I've been to Gordlegrim as a character.
He does not have much information to give you.
Mhm.
As far as he's concerned, this is home. It's nothing special. The person in charge is King Brunor Battlehammer.
Yeah, boy. Sorry.
That's, anything else he has to share isn't really of importance.
I guess now I'm just gonna try to make a friend of them. So just trading stories, talking normal dwarvish dribble type stuff, all that kind of thing, for the next couple of hours, and then I'll head back drunkenly back to.
He is willing to talk while he's there. I mean, he does divert his attention to others as necessary, but he is a polite host.
Yeah, that's cool. So I think once I've had my fill, I'm just gonna get up, meet my guide, and we'll head back. And I'll just pump my guide for information as well as we're heading back to the room.
Give me an insight roll.
Okay. Oh, nice. 17.
Pick up that the guide might have more information to share, but he is probably instructed not to share too much.
Okay, that's cool. Well, I'm not going to get in trouble. I don't think there's much point in trying to pump this guy for information, and I'll probably get it tomorrow, or whenever we meet the King Brunner, because I'm sure we're going to meet him. Yes. So I'll just head back to the room, and then once I'm back at the room, I'm just going to lay out what I've learned to everybody, and just relax, I guess, and then fall asleep in the chair because I'm drunk or relatively buzzed.
At some point in time, a note is delivered talking about any tasks that you would like to do while you are here. If you wish to visit the market, have any purchases you wish to make while you're here, that type of thing. They expect that you will be summoned to an audience within a week, maybe sooner.
Slowpokes, that's what they are. Jeez, tell them a demon lord just popping around down underneath their feet, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll take a week to."
Do we have any mounts? Do they sell mounts at Gordengrim? I have a feeling we may need to get around relatively quickly.
No.
Okay, that's cool. Do they have mercenaries for hire? Or maybe, I guess what I'm looking for is a spy of some kind to pump for information. Or maybe an information broker or something. Can I do that in the marketplace? So what I would be looking for is someone to pay for information, because I can't just walk around, but there would be people here, right, that would know stuff. So I'd like to pick their brains if possible. Is anyone a rogue, by the way?
Nope.
Or no rogues in the group.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm looking for someone that is willing to sell me information. And then I'm going to ask the party what they would like to know about anything at the moment.
I mean, what I think Obzam is looking for is he wants some reference books on demons for unrelated reasons, and also possibly like a translation guide for Abyssal, because he knows Infernal, but he just keeps on running to things that only speak that are speaking Abyssal, and that bothers him.
Okay, nice. Can we summon a demon?
I'd
That's
recommend against it.
Or what about a Quasit as a familiar? Can you do that? Quasit won't be
Demons
much
are-
though, right?
On the list of things that you can summon.
But it wouldn't be like they wouldn't have much information, right?
And also they'd be as likely to lie as tell the truth about any of it.
That's true. That is true. Unless we zone of truth it. Someone's got that spell, right?
I guess Anfera could. I'd rather just find some nice reliable reference.
So I'm looking for some information brokers. In the marketplace.
What kind of information are you looking for?
So one, I would like to find out information about getting to the astral plane.
Yeah, if there are any wizard, where the nearest wizard powerful enough to do that would be.
Find out where there is a powerful wizard we can bargain with. So find out information about demon lords. Is that what we want to do? Why not? Are demon lords and devil lords the same thing?
Nope.
No, and if you get them confused, then they kill you. Well, they just kill you anyway. But they really don't like each other.
I was about to say that they are just going to want to try and kill you to begin with.
That's true. Find out information about the astral plane. Find out information about powerful wizards we can bargain with. Find out information about demon lords. Find out information about military forces in the area.
Maybe hold off on that one. They might not take kindly.
Find out information about factions in the area.
Sure.
I think that's all, right? So yeah, find out information about getting to the astral plane. Find out where there may be a powerful wizard we can bargain with. Find out information about demon lords. Find out information about military forces in the area. Find out information about factions in the area. So I'm heading to the marketplace for that. I've got 500. Well, I've got 50 platinum pieces in my pocket.
What about the rest of you?
I'm looking for reference books on the Abyssal.
Are you all going out as a group? Are you
Probably splitting up. Probably.
in that case? I need.
Initiative.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I would do, but there's a lot of people in this place that he doesn't know.
I need initiative roll. No.
Oh shit!
I need everybody, and do this one at a time. Probably roll me a perception and an insight roll.
So good at both those. Who do you want first?
Go in order of the names down at the bottom of the table.
Okay. Is Gunther first or last?
Oh, start on the left. Obzam first.
Okay. Oh, my screen was kind of... All right. Let's see. Insight and perception. 3 insight, 20 perception. Stop clock twice a day.
Next would be Zahndohr. Only if you're going out. If you're staying in the chambers, don't worry about it.
No, I got it. What's to be? 16. You said insight and perception, right?
Yeah.
16 and 2.
Right, and Jezelle?
Let's see. Insight? No.
Oof.
Perception? No.
Holy crap!
Zelle's just happily oblivious.
There aren't any drow here. There aren't any drow here. If there weren't any drow
Anfera?
here, they would have all killed them. It's so nice.
Yeah, exactly that. That's exactly.
And Farah next.
Okay, well,
And Gunther.
that's okay.
By our powers combined, we can get a good setup.
Maybe
Keep
someone
your
else needs
insight
to
and
get a
my
good perception here, because we're not doing.
I'm the only one who has rolled above a 2 on perception. Wonderful.
It's impressive to be the only one that rolled above a 2. Like,
It really is. Man, it's crazy how we found, Entmox's boon that was hidden for 10,000 years. We're incredibly observant people. Great investigation skills.
It's okay. We'll make up for it in other ways.
Gunther, you rolling? He said he'd be our back.
So one of the things that everybody is aware of, because this is not part of the role, the halls of this area, you find out that this main section of Gauntlgrim is called the Vault of Kings. And it is basically large enough for a small town. The ceilings are very high. There are several bridges, stone towers, walls. And there are mine carts and several tracks. And bridges will walk over the tracks so that people aren't crossing them, because there are no crossing gates or anything to let you know when a minecart is passing by.
Just a vague rattle and a sharp impact.
The hallways are wide. I mean, for a dwarven city that don't need a whole lot of space, you probably think one, if not two dragons could walk side by side down these halls.
Or, like 50 dwarves.
Yes, dwarves patrol regularly in groups of 6. And there are other people walking around here. Let's see here, because of those perception roll.
Oh, and Gunther, roll perception insight. You're back. If you are back. You're muted if you're talking.
Yep, sorry, I forgot. My bad. I was answering you. I was like, yeah, I am. Can't you hear me? Da, da, da. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Sorry. Perception. Cool. Ooh. Not great. 9.
And also insight. Both of them.
Yeah,
Also
insight.
Okay, cool. We got a double 1. Nice.
Oh yeah, we got some real great perception rolls here today. You are the second highest.
Oh my gosh, that's not great.
Our insight rolls,
Look, our insight is it's pretty good. Yeah, our insight is done decent.
All right, cool.
We understand everything. We know. We see nothing.
I see nothing and understand. I see everything and understand none of it.
Yeah, Obzam, you see everything and understand none of it. You see, and some of these are trying to be more, what would it be? secretive of their alliances or whatever, but throughout the next day of walking around through this area, through the marketplace, through the places they lead you, you see members that you probably would identify as Zentarum. You see a couple people that look like they might be from the Lord's Alliance. People of the Emerald Enclave, which are not trying to hide who they are.
So we got a good few factions that don't normally like each other too much all hanging around here.
Yes. They are not intermingling necessarily. They are traveling in their own little groups. And you see a couple that may or may not be a member of the most widely known secret society of Faerun, the Harpers.
Okay. Apparently it's all coming together here.
There are also a few Drow traveling together. In fact, at one point in time, you happen to see off in the distance a human adult with a Drow child.
These Drow, I'm assuming, are the not sporting any imagery of Lolth while they're walking around.
And you also happen to see at least one. It may or may not be the same one, but so at least one Githyanki traveling the halls as well. That is not Zahndohr.
Huh. That I'm definitely going to mention to Zahndohr whenever I see him.
As for insight, you can find some books on demons. They are not too in-depth. Let's see, powerful wizards. There may or may not be a powerful wizard inside Gauntlgrim at the moment. But if you're just looking for locations of wizards, probably you want Silvery Moon. Waterdeep would have some.
Yeah,
but anybody in Gauntlgrim would be visiting, so they're not like a stationary topic or person.
Okay. So I would be looking for someone. So Waterdeep is probably my best bet, right?
Probably.
We also need to bargain with them. Yep, that's cool.
Military forces in the area. Besides Gauntlgrim itself.
Mm-hmm.
Not a whole lot. The Order of the Gauntlet roams around, but they are kind of fanatical.
Mm-hmm. That's not a bad thing.
It's kind of
Yeah. Would they? Is there any
Bueller.
other groups?
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Is there any other like fighting forces in this area? Waterdeep would have some, right?
Yeah, Waterdeep would maintain their own guards. Some of the larger cities would maintain their own guards of some sort.
Is this the world where there's the Flaming Fist
Yes.
missionary group? Where are they based?
Based.
Gate, right?
Yeah, the Flaming Fist mercenary group is based in a city, if I remember my Baldur's Gate 2. Am? Is it Am?
No. They're based in like the actual city of Baldur's Gate.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Has its own.
Okay, so they're potential force of
Yeah,
fighters?
they are based in Baldur's Gate, and Baldur's Gate is, I think that's south of
Yeah.
Okay,
Waterdeep.
that's cool. Okay, so there's not many groups of forces that can just pick up and go, right? They're all kind of based in a location.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Because as a soldier, Gunther would know that the best bet to take the war to Demon Lords would involve getting military forces to go down, but doesn't look like there's a lot. So there'd have to be some bargaining done amongst the groups up above, I guess. But we're not getting involved, right? We're just going to go and do our own thing.
Let's see what the king has to say about it.
Okay. All right.
Don't want to be making too many decisions until we actually find out.
Yeah,
If there's
true.
anything,
What they're doing and what.
anything specific you wish to purchase, let me know. You can find just about anything here.
Drift globe, if that's possible.
Oh,
And how
God.
much? How much would it cost me to start setting up a information, like a spy network here in Gauntlgrim? Not a spy network, an information network.
It would cost you more in time at the moment.
Oh yeah. Well, I got plenty of time, I think.
They are loyal to the king and the city, so people trying to spread information, it would take some time to vet you, type
Yep,
of
that's
thing
fine.
before that. So,
Yeah. Yep, that's cool.
on the second day, you are gathered as a group and brought to basically a historian. I was told you have retrieved some family heirlooms of note.
Yes. In fact, we have this. Pull out the amulet, and in fact, a storage space. We have the remains and the armor of Saldro Mithromaster. Intended to lay him to rest here, as is proper.
Yes. He would ask that any items, not the body per se, but any items he wants to verify, authenticate to them, which he does so.
Cool. I've got an ancient ruined axe that I'll hand over to him as well. That was with the bodies.
Oh, no. I'll show him the cloak gauntlet thingamajig.
By show him, what do you mean?
I mean, the amulet I'm just intending to, give to them, rightful ownership and all that. The cloak, I want to make clear that I would like to retain.
Right. What I mean more specifically by show him, are you wearing it and displaying it for him?
No, I'll take it off and hand it to him so we can figure out what's going on.
Okay. For each of the items, the axe, the amulet, he does take some very copious notes. And he also relays, this family here, whoever they have as their current member of said family, or if the family has died off, or, the lineage up to this point. He will then, with your permission, return them, let them know what has happened, and he also wants to get any information he can as to where they were found, the condition, that type of thing, likely leading up to your recovery of them.
Obzam has extensive notes on this topic and will share them vigorously.
And then when it comes to, are you wearing it as a cloak currently or as a gauntlets currently?
Cloak.
So you can keep it on. He will basically walk around, lifting up the hem, studying the markings, studying the embroidery on the collar, the front of it. Looks authentic enough. At which point he questions Obzam at length about Obzam's family and lineage and stuff like that too.
Yep, not holding anything back there. So.
King will be most interested in this.
I don't suppose you have records of what it was supposed to do. I found out a few things in the various battles against Drow assassins and the like, but it seems to be an item of many facets. I'm sure I have not found them.
I don't know if its capabilities were ever disclosed. I can do some research, but I don't know what I will find.
That would be appreciated. Oh, if you come to the library, I'd be happy to do some of the research myself.
He kind of gets a very skeptical look.
Come on,
And
man.
with your insight,
He just saw all my notes.
yeah, but with your insight, you don't know what he's skeptical of.
Okay.
Like, yeah, you may be the best researcher in the world, but if you're in the library of, Alexandria at the time, what are you going to find? Your needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
And it is the next day that you notice go ahead. I thought somebody was saying something.
Oh, I just popped.
Also, if there's anything specific anybody wants to do or look into while you're here, let me know.
I think the
Or
cloak and
type
figuring
it.
out
Like if you're-
how to understand Infernal are both plenty for me.
I think understanding Infernal comes down to
If I can find like not Infernal, Abyssal. If I can find like an Abyssal to Infernal dictionary or something like that, that'd be helpful.
like what means are there of learning new languages? Well, I guess before we go to the next day, you guys can meet up and relay your findings on who you've seen and what you've considered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll mention to Zahndohr that there's another Githyanki around here. What he was doing, but I assume you'd be interested in that.
I will be very interested in that, and I will ask questions about like description, where you saw him, etc.
Yep, I'll answer as best I can.
haven't seen a drow.
Oh, yeah, I probably should.
The entire
Is there any,
party.
like, you tended to be a bit standoffish when we first met. If I see him again, is there any, like, message I should pass along to try to get his attention?
Zahndohr will think on it for a second before writing up a note in Gith.
Okay. I can try handing him that if he's noticing.
Yeah.
So the next day, your standing seems to have been improved. Up to this point, you've been treated like guests. You've been treated very politely, but now you find yourselves almost being treated like dignitary.
Finally.
All right. We'll take the better booze that I'm sure comes with this position.
It does come with better booze. It also comes with more people willing to introduce you to others. And are you guys staying together again or splitting up again?
I'll go with Obzam to try and find this Gith, or to at least see the places where he saw him yesterday.
Sure.
I'm tagging along with the others as well. Sorry, just busy at the moment.
No problem.
Yeah, sure. I'll tag along and see what's up.
So traveling around, some more people also will stop and introduce themselves to you. They don't really impart a whole lot, but you seem to get the sense that more people know that you are recently from the Underdark. You have recently escaped and you have news of what may or may not be going on. But a lot of people don't know very many specifics just yet either, so they're not like questioning you on those.
Right.
During this outing, a pair of drow stop and make an acquaintance, introduce themselves.
Didn't even know there were drow here.
And they are very careful in feeling out. There are basic assumptions that you are not affiliated with Lolth or Menzoberranzan, but they are very careful on how they they introduce themselves. One is Ured, and the other is Gure. Uried is female, Gure is male. They seem to be traveling together. They do not have the standoffishness of the typical matriarchy. And the iconography... Just froze. The female seems to be wearing a holy symbol.
Of all.
And it is that in miniature.
The old Eliostri.
And while trying to be polite, she's also trying. They are trying to inquire. Where have you from? How long have you been on the surface? Do you intend on staying? If you need a place, there's they have found Gauntlgrim actually welcoming. There are small families of Drow in the city as well. Families including Drow in the city. And they tell you where you can meet them later or not, because they have places to go as well. And probably around midday, you all see the Githyanki. He seems to be traveling alone. He seems to know where he is going. He does not look lost at all.
I could attempt to make myself seen, but not like stalking this guy.
Stand across the street, wave at him, see what he does.
Just every time he turns away, hide. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm gonna have to leave, bro, to go pick up my kids.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm really enjoying the game at the moment. I don't want to leave, but they have to get picked up. Otherwise, my wife will never let me hear the end of it. I'm so sorry.
No problem.
Do what you gotta do.
Cheers, guys.
I thought about having kids before this.
I'll say that again, sir.
You should have considered why having kids if you're going to game.
Oh no, I love them, but yeah, just sometimes you gotta
choose. Who do you love more, your kids or gaming?
Don't put me in that position, please, Zahndohr. Please don't put me in that position. But in this case, I have to get my kids. Thank
No
you, guys.
problem. Have a good day.
You too. See you soon.
He definitely sees you. He looks kind of a little on the older side. Not that Githyanki typically tend to show age, so presumably he has spent quite a bit of time on the prime material plane and out of the astral.
Weirdo.
I'll give him the up nod if he looks in my direction. Just like, what's up?
He does, and he seems to finish what he was going on about, and then turns and approaches you.
Move over out of the way of the street or whatever, wherever we're hanging around. And just introduce myself. He's like, I'm Zahndohr. I give him, I guess, like a badge number, kind of like, this. I was part of a deep dive crew, commanding officer, etc. Got separated.
He seems to process that. I am Linvor, the Queen's Razor Envoy, edge of her will, bearer of tongues, both silver and steel.
Zahndohr just thinks, damn, that's pretty badass sounding.
Your rank does not seem to match your current standing. He gives you a once-over, a very penetrating stare.
I mean, you got to adjust your introduction to include, like, bearer of whatever your sword was called, the silver something.
I don't think you're helping the situation. How long have you been on the material?
It's been on a few decades. Zahndohr.
Kind of look at him like he's gonna follow that up with something.
You are now Paragon of the Severed Vow.
His eyes just kind of go wide, like, what?
It is a rank worthy of those who have slain the enemy.
He stands up straighter and like gives a salute, like, dope. That's all I've ever wanted. Recognition.
Would hear more of your deeds, but it must wait until later.
Can I ask him what his business is here?
Yeah, sorry, I heard somebody drop out and drop back in. No, I guess just ask him his. Go off, find a nice little coffee shop, sit down, have some gross prime material food, and tell him what we've been up to, and try to find out what's been going on up here that is probably related to what's been going on down there.
He is agreeable, but he says later, I must attend to certain things. I am here in preparation of the king. He kind of says with not quite disdain, but it's not his king. He recognizes that there is a king here, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be gathering envoys to discuss this recent invasion, which has even seemed to reach the astral as well.
That is disheartening to hear.
Yes.
Would our testimony be useful in this report that you need to make?
Yes, I think so. He gives you a location in here to meet him in a few hours.
Cool. Happy to do so.
And then after that, you are informed that King Brunor will see you on the morrow.
Guess we'll see King Brunor on the morrow then.
And then you have the rest of the day and night to do with as you will.
I'm gonna need some fancy clothes.
Now appearances matter.
I mean, now I'm sorry. What was the title that this guy said?
Now that you're the paragon of the.
Yeah, Paragon of the Severed Vow.
Gonna write that down.
Now that you are the big caboodle.
Roll me a history check there, Zahndohr.
Seven.
Nice.
You know that it refers to an ancient vow of some sort, but it is ancient and not spoken of very much, so you don't know a whole lot of info about it.
Yeah, that tracks. Obzam, to the library. We need to find out what vow this refers to.
Sure.
I didn't think that you would mind.
Obzam is confused, but someone other than him is suggesting going to the library. Sure, why the hell not?
You spend a few hours in the library?
Yep, trying to figure out what on earth that guy was talking about.
Yeah. I don't want to be like, I am the Paragon of the Server and be like, oh no, that just means I'm a giant idiot.
You're a big dummy.
Yeah, I don't want to be like, hi, I'm a big dummy. You know, that would just not go over well.
Just
Your
really harsh
shadowy
response.
Gith can help you with research by roaming the halls looking for books. So
I'm sure
one of
nobody
you-
will be upset about that idea.
Less than you would think. One thing as well that you've noticed while you've been down here now for 3 or 4 days, there are in places a lot of dwarf ghosts roaming around.
Huh.
Some areas have more than others. They seem to have a purpose. They seem to be well respected and revered. And occasionally you might have seen some of the visitors get a little hostile or aggressive in regards to the ghost, and they are quickly corrected by other dwarves that happen to be around. That interfering with them or disrupting them is a very great taboo in the city. So while it is a shadowy Gith, it is generally treated like the other ghosts in town.
Curiouser and curiouser. What kind of roll do you want to look for stuff?
So one of you can give me history with advantage.
Why not me?
15. No,
15. Alright, you can do some research. There's not a whole lot here on Githyanki history. There are a few snippets and tidbits. I was going to say snidbits. The shadowy Gith can help find some things. And another thing that Zahndohr may have noticed is at different times you summon the shadowy Gith, it seems to represent a different person.
Good. I'll also ask the Gith what the shadowy Gith, what that might mean.
Roll me insight real quick.
$19.
He gives you a very flowery, detailed answer that you realize is BS because he has no clue. but he cannot indicate that he has no clue. So to get the sense
Cool.
that he has never seen its like. And also during the conversation, he does make some quick glances to the sword every once in a while, with very guarded expression.
Indeed.
So are we able to find anything on the vow, the history check? Or?
You do find a little bit of information on the vow, and using some context, and also with Silverbrand itself and the Gith, who does have a little bit of knowledge every once in a while. There seems to be around 6 different personas that are summoned at random, which one happens to show up when you do summon one. But there are 6 different ones. They do seem to have different areas of knowledge, possibly from their life. They may have been past wielders of the sword and had a bit of their memories or persona stored in it. It's hard to say. But the severed vow refers to the ancient vow the Gith made to destroy the Mind Flayers, and how that vow was broken, twisted, and left unfulfilled. So besides, it is more of a ceremonial rank, but it is also a probably a symbol now?
Gotcha. I think I gotcha.
Also, another thing you get from Silverbrand itself whispering in your mind. You get a sense that Silverbrand is not very impressed with the Githyanki. Seems to consider him more with disdain and disgust, because he is obedient to the Queen and not to the Githyanki.
Just so that guy's not keeping with the traditions of, murdering mind flayers.
No, it's not that. It's you get the sense that Silverbrand is not is more loyal to the people and not to the throne, I guess, the organization of the Githyanki.
Gotcha.
Silverbrand has been wielded by rebels and anarchs who would put people over throne. They would gladly disobey the Queen's orders if it meant saving the people.
Okay, got a anarchist sword then.
I mean, sometimes when you gotta tear down society, the best way to do it's with violence, so...
Yeah. What you gonna do? Overthrow the Queen? Maybe later.
And if you question it, you get the sense that Silverbrand was forged to destroy tyrants, not serve one.
Oh.
Ah, well.
And
Yep, sword of anarchy.
Vlakith is seen as a tyrant.
may want to be a little careful who you let the sword to.
Are you going to try to put your sword in on anarcho-communism?
I mean, I don't know if a mostly inanimate object can really have that kind of complicated political belief, but, you know, I'm sure if I were to ask Obzam Sword that, you know, they would disagree.
If you could start like a sword, I don't know, group of some kind.
The Scabbard Society.
I mean, that's not an awful name, sadly.
I mean, honestly, that could be pretty funny.
It's just like it's like when the parents drop their kids off at daycare. Only it's a bunch of adventurers standing around with the weapons in a pile where they're just talking to each other.
Sounds like a gun club or something. I don't know.
You see, it is a gun club, but it's not for the people who like guns. It's for the guns themselves.
Yeah, exactly that.
And while, oh, did I? Yeah, I gave you his name. Linvor.
Guns are people too. All rights for guns.
With the title Linvor gave you, Paragon of the Severed Vow, Silverbrand places Queen Vlaakith as the one responsible for breaking that vow.
Oh, good. Any idea where we can find her? Because I have a feeling the sword is going to want to kill her.
Finding her seems unwise if your sword is going to make you try to kill her.
I mean, I don't know if he will. It will. Are all 6 of the gifts that the sword can summon male, or?
No, I think some of them are female. I have a list here somewhere. I just got to remember where I pasted it.
I'm trying to figure out how to address my sword.
He, she, it.
Yeah. I figure if it's, you know, if it has 6 flavors of Gith it can summon, and they were all male, then I would just refer to it as a he, and then I feel like that would be a simple way of doing things.
I think that's good thinking. You never know.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it could be a changeling sword. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know.
There seems to be a mix.
Okay.
At least 2 of each. I think I only have detailed personas here for 4 of them, so.
That's fine.
Also, as you are going through here, whenever you are introducing yourself to new people, you hear kind of like a whisper of an introduction. Kind of like how Linvor gave you a very ceremonial introduction along with title and deeds and flowery text. Silverbrand is suggesting, not that you have to to take the suggestions or whatever, that be how you introduce yourself.
That's a lot. Not opposed to it.
It may take some personality adjustment to get used to this idea. Yeah.
Let me find some place to write this down.
You know, at first I thought magic items that talked were annoying. Now I'm just sort of like, damn, this is funny.
Can you
Got
make
some
a
wacky guys.
like a blank handout sheet in my folder so that I can copy and paste that in there?
Sure, I will copy and paste it for you.
Thank you. Because as certain pretentious underground queens that don't like to give up their pretty clothes would love to be hit with a 3-paragraph title.
I'm in like a couple different ongoing TTRPG campaigns, and I know up to 3 characters who are being influenced by intelligent magic weapons.
I wouldn't say I'm influenced.
Stupid.
I'm completely in control.
That's what they
Yeah.
all say.
Very much in control.
Look,
Right.
it's not the musket I brought back from hell controlling me. It's just that I agree with it about everything because it's very smart and wants me to kill all of it.
I mean, hard to argue.
I know, right?
I think Anfera would just be happy to see all these different races that they can turn into. That he's probably never seen before.
So, like, are you transforming while you're here, or are you sticking to one form for the sake of your?
No, I'll stick to one form, but he'll just be studying all the other forms to practice later. New races, yeah. Yeah, I imagine my idle chit chat is just to kind of get to understand how the races talk and stuff, so I can practice better. That's it. You wouldn't actually be gathering anything important.
Mm-hmm. Preparing to kill, eat, and replace them. As is
Sure. Yeah, that must be it.
I mean, what else could you?
And Dawnbringer is very happy here because it does not get very dark.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Umbringer's thrilled to be out of the Underdark.
There are sources of light other than her most of the time.
We could probably call it before we do the introduction. That way everybody can be there for the meeting with the king. Anybody want to purchase gear, sell anything, handle bookkeeping like that?
I don't know.
Oh, I just remembered. We've got these silk vestments with gold embroidery. Zahndohr, you want those for your new rank?
Weren't those Drow things?
I have no idea. They're worth 250 gold.
No, I have the Drow dresses. I have those.
I don't remember where we got the silk vest. That was a different thing, though, I think.
Yeah, I have the fancy Drow dresses.
You got to be careful because you could end up naked somewhere.
Look, she won't wear them during the daytime. It's fine. It's
Well,
fine.
I mean, obviously they're going out clothes, but when you're out too late, you just get drunk as shit, and then you got to stumble home in the morning. You know.
Look, I've never gotten that drunk. Okay, that's just not my style.
Yeah.
As far as like things to sell, oh, we do have this basilisk egg that maybe we should decide what to do with.
Oh, we do. I forgot about that. We definitely have that basilisk egg.
I'm not sure if any of us are really up to the task of raising a basilisk, but we can probably find someone who'd want to buy one, right?
Well, hold on, wait a minute. I'm trying to start a cult here, so I need an evil animal to eat people.
You want to try raising a basilisk, you can have the basilisk egg.
Yeah,
How
I'm
many
like
of
a
your
wannabe
guards
ranger.
are going to turn to stone?
Well, it'll be like a cute pet.
Just make sure you train it not to look at people too much. Maybe get some nice sunglasses or something.
Yeah, you got a point.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe selling it's still a better option. I mean, it's gonna be a while before it hatches, and we have to take care of it until then, and it's gonna be a while for you to get to any kind of cult up and running before, especially big enough to raise this egg without you literally be doing it yourself.
That is true. All right, I can
You
always
really
get
want
another
to try to do this?
basilisk.
Yeah, you can just get another one. Exactly. Maybe something even better. Maybe we'll find you something better once you get your cult up and running.
What could possibly be better than a basilisk?
I don't
So as
know,
far
but we
as-
don't know. There's a whole big world out there we haven't explored yet.
So for things to sell, I think we've got a... we've got the basilisk egg, I guess, and the wand of viscous globs and the tentacle rod. If anyone is into wants like some just super evil magic items, then we have those.
I think I'm good. I don't think I need them.
Yeah, I think we'd be looking to see if we got anyone who'd want to buy those. Still have box of flesh ? Written on my inventory.
Crazy wizard that wants that.
You might have gotten that as a possible resurrection target, maybe? I don't remember.
Who are you going to resurrect?
We can't resurrect people. It's not something we do.
No,
That's really high level magic.
that is. I am nowhere near that level. Sorry, guys. But anyway, yeah, we can sell that junk. And I don't know what if there's anything to buy that would be useful. Oh, yeah, I don't. I'm still on the lookout for magic plate armor, so just because I can. But that's probably going to be very pricey. So it's plate armor and it's magical, so it'll be pricey.
Grab like a drift globe. Maybe like some random just helpful magic items if we can possibly swap for those, like decanter of endless water. That comes in handy sometimes.
I love that.
Some stuff that just doesn't need attunement and is just kind of nice to have.
For these, let's see. Spelling that right? Right. In Discord is a note for posting the things you want to get rid of. We can do that in between, so I can just kind of
Sure.
do all that. Next, I'm making handouts for everybody to start trekking bastions, so we can discuss that briefly.
Oh yeah, Sebastian. Would we just assume that we're building it here then?
The dwarves are going to be given titles and land here. Everybody will be given something. Zahndohr's happens to be in astral space that he can travel between.
Ooh, get yourself a Stropeford place. That's kind of cool.
And then possibly at some point in the future can bring it to the prime material plane. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I mean, why would I want to do that?
I would run something outside for mine because I need moonlight. It doesn't make sense otherwise. I need an outside location.
Honestly, Obzams might also be outside somewhere, just so we can, leave his sword somewhere with sunlight, direct sunlight.
Not too close to me, okay? I don't need that thing shining everywhere around me, okay?
It
Ruins
does
my
disrupt
vibe.
like everything you do.
It does me so much.
You'll notice that your moon magic doesn't disrupt the blade at all. That's because the sun is better than the moon. But anyway,
It will be close, but not too close.
Let's see,
Neighbors, I'm okay with that.
You can each edit a handout in your name. The main things to choose in the beginning are the two basic facilities that you begin with. Bedroom, a courtyard, a dining room, a kitchen, a parlor, or storage. One of those is cramped, one is roomy. Cramped means that if you map it out, it takes up, I think it's 4 squares, and roomy is 16 squares. And then you can pay money to add more basic facilities or make them larger, that type of thing. And then the next thing is 2 special facilities, which are limited to the level 5 category. Arcane Study, Armory, Barracks, Garden, Library, Sanctuary, Smithy, Storehouse, or Workshop. The Arcane Study requires an ability to use an arcane focus or a tool as a spellcasting focus, and the Sanctuary requires the ability to use a holy symbol or druidic focus as a spellcasting focus. The others don't have any prerequisites for that.
Yep, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with the arcane study in the library, and figure what else. And then we can also like spend money to like add more stuff onto these, right? That's a thing.
The special
The
facility...
special rooms, no, but the regular rooms you can.
Right, the regular rooms you can. You can also add walls. So if we want to start doing some basic maps, because each wall is, I think, where to go? Defensive walls. Each 5-foot square of a defensive wall is 250 gold pieces.
That's a lot of. You can spend a lot of money very quickly doing this, can't you?
Yeah. How much money do we actually have?
We have actually distributed almost all of it. We spent a lot of money on magic items. The dark and the deep and the dwarf.
Oh, we did.
Before.
Yeah.
So
we
like
don't.
you guys actually have like your share of the money, and then there's like, assuming I can sell this stuff, we'll have like about another $2,000 in the party fund, and that's about it.
Okay, fair.
So yeah, maybe you should go do some adventuring, get some massive quantities of money. Screw around with stuff. Alright.
Also,
Yeah,
before we end it, just so it's on record for anybody out here, what did you take for your level 8? I'm guessing it was either ability score or feat for Obzam.
+2 strength.
That was simple. What about Zahndohr?
The charisma.
And Jezelle?
Still kind of figuring it out. I might end up with Constitution, but I'm just double checking to see if there's any feats. But I'll let you know next session.
Okay, what about for Anfera?
1 to wisdom, 1 to charisma.
Oh yeah, and also I learned the shadow.
Nobody went with a feat. What's up with that?
Yeah,
I think
I
Gunther
thought
took a feat.
about it.
I already got a feat.
Yeah, I thought about it, but having the boost to my 2 uneven stats, I thought was probably going to be a little bit better. So
Actually, I already have 2 feats. I'm finally catching up with my ability score increases. Keen Mind and Mage Slayer.
Were spells the only thing that were gained at this level then?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, 8 is a pretty boring level. It's pretty much just ability score increases and like 1 or 2 spells that get learned.
Zahndohr learned a new spell. What did you get?
Dimension Door, I think. Yeah, took Dimension Door.
That can come in handy. And so next game we'll be meeting Brunor, hearing about what's going on, and then being sent back down as part of the plan.
Down.
Or I guess I
If you
should
say
ask,
so.
do you guys want to give it up and retire?
Go home and be a family man.
Yeah, we could. I don't know.
I mean, I guess, if you want to retire a character and
fate.
swap out to a different one, but, then this is the time
Right,
to do it.
it's retirement time. Let's just retire. We're all done. We did our duty. We reported it. Let's go find some part of the world.
No, I think Obzam is entirely too
Are
insane.
scary, okay? I don't know if I need that kind of action.
We'll just all hide in the astral. That's all. Let's just go all to the astral. That's
True.
fine.
Plenty of room there.
There's plenty of dimensions that will be fine.
Exactly.
Like, okay, think about it this way. The Drow will all be wiped out.
I mean, you give a good point there.
What if we just
I'm
give up on
saying,
the material
like-
plane, start over somewhere else?
that's like what that's my proposition.
Trying to look and
No, in all
see if I
seriousness,
have
I'm pretty happy with yourself.
if I have anything that I know of for that will get in the way of next game yet. It doesn't look like it. Busy next week, but it looks like Saturday is the last of the busy days, so at the moment, Sunday should be okay for me.
Oh, next Sunday. Looks like.
Yep.
All right.
All
There's
right.
going to
So
be one or two weekends in July that I can later.
yeah, late July is what is those? Let's see. Yeah, last Sunday in July might be out. I don't know of any others in July just yet. So,
We'll figure it out.
all right, ending the stream. Thanks everybody. Hope you had fun tonight.
Yeah.